Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you. A lot of people have written me over the past couple of days to ask me to talk about Star Wars: The Old Republic. I was going to make a nice video that showed some gameplay footage today. I was going to show you character creation. I was going to show you a spaceship battle. And I realized all that stuff is already somewhere on YouTube. What this video is really about is my opinion of it. Also, I realized that taking the time to make all that probably wouldn't be worth the time investment, and it would cut into my Star Wars time. So I got early game access about 5 days ago, and I got a chance to roll a couple of characters. I made a bounty hunter, and I made a Sith, and it's kind of cool getting to run around with lightsabers and stuff. If you're into the Star Wars mythos, this game has a lot to offer you. You get to run around with lightsabers. You get to be the bounty hunter. You get to be the Sith Emperor style. You get to be the sniper. You get to be the good Jedi. You get to be the smugglers and all that stuff. And it's really cool. One of the things this game does different than other MMOs is that all of the quests have actual scripted, voice-acted dialogue, which when I played World of Warcraft or I played Rift, I just skipped right through all that crap. I didn't read it. I didn't care to read it. I read my quest objectives, and that was about it. Most of the quests I actually stop and listen to. Some are a little boring, some are whatever. But the second thing this game has to offer is this main or overarching storyline quest for each class and each alignment of that class. So if you play a Sith, for example, you're going to work directly below your Sith Master, and he's going to send you on a different quest to do different stuff, and he's going to send you here to find this guy and assassinate him, or go here to find this guy to try to incorporate him or steal secrets from him, and it all has an actual plot. So instead of just kind of wasting your time going out into the field and getting boar meat, you're actually telling a story. And I really think that is an important aspect to the next generation of MMORPGs. Then, if you've played the Star Wars: The Old Republic, you know exactly the kind of gameplay I'm talking about, whether it be about your companions or some of the itemization or some of the quests or some of the dialogue of the storyline and things along that lines. And it's really interesting and really fun, and it makes me want to play a character of each class and each alignment until I get to see all the different storyline quests that there are, and meet all the different companions and enjoy that kind of stuff. So when it comes to that, the Knight of the Old Republic mythos, they've done it well here. If you like that, you'll like it here. But then there's a lot of people who've only played the Xbox games and they've never come and played those games on in an MMO. They've never played World of Warcraft. They've never played Rift, and they don't know what they're in for. And there's a lot of good sides and a lot of downsides MMORPGs. Guilds and meeting new people and playing with live people and chat channels, stuff like that, enjoying the experience at the same time. There's a $15 a month price tag, which is, of course, a pain in the ass. There's server queues, there's downtime, there's all kinds of different downsides to an MMORPG. And if you've never experienced it, you're going to experience it here, and it could be frustrating. If you've been playing MMOs for as long as I have, then you're probably used to it. One of the things that this game does do right is involve group quests early on that give you access to do all kinds of interesting things that you need 2 or 3 people to do. And it gets you kind of queued up into trying to group early on and mess around and meet other people and hopefully get a guild invite and then start working with your guild and working your way up towards 50. So they've done a lot of things right with the MMORPG aspect of it. Just haven't really improved on anything. It's pretty much the same shtick, and in fact it's lacking a lot of features that World of Warcraft and Rift have. It's lacking a lot of the features that even Star Wars Galaxies had. So it's frustrating in that there's a lot of room for innovation, a lot of room for improvement there. But overall, server stability, the basics are there, and they're doing their job and they're working correctly. So there's no real downside other than the fact that if you don't like MMOs, you may not like this. Then finally, let's talk about PvP for a minute. I think PvP is an important part of this game, and I played on a PvP server, which I'm not going to say my character name, not going to say my server name, and a lot of people are waiting for that. I'm just not ready to do it. I don't know if I can handle doing all that in game, because I barely chat with anybody as it is now. But so you go in and there's different battlegrounds, is what they were called in World of Warcraft, and it's pretty much the same thing. Different scenarios in which you fight the Republic, or sometimes you even fight the other side, the dark side, light side, whatever. You'll end up being thrown into a small area and forced to fight each other to achieve certain objectives, either capture the flag or a hut ball, or there's an objective based one where you're trying to blow up bombs and progress forward. And they're fun and they're really enjoyable. I have yet to get to do world PvP, but I'm excited about trying that. And then finally, the one thing a lot of people have a lot of questions about is the spaceship. How does it work? What is it? Well, for the most part, the spaceship is a glorified loading zone, like an in-between zone. So say like you're on Korriban and you want to go to Hoth. You're going to go to the space station in Korriban, click on your ship, get on your ship, set your coordinates to Hoth, and then fly there. And it looks cool and it's interesting. And there's a lot of reasons to be on your ship. For example, that's where your crew is going to be stationed. You can get quests there. You can talk to people using your holo, whatever thing. You do your trade skills there. You can. Oh, there's even a bank access there. So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of reason to actually use your ship. And it's kind of the hub of this game. The Imperial fleet being the actual hub. But then, this is the hub of your personal game. And then, of course, there are spaceship battles that you can do. And they're basically daily quests where you do a fly-through like you did in World of Warcraft. And you shoot missiles and you shoot lasers and you defeat objectives. And you get gold well, not gold, but you get creds and experience points for doing it. And overall, pretty fantastic. A lot of fun. I guess we were all kind of hoping for an EVE Online, go anywhere, do anything. It's space thing, but I just don't think it's possible. So overall, I'm enjoying the game. Do I recommend you buy it? I can't really say. I think it'd be an interesting thing for you to enjoy over your Christmas break. With a $60 price tag, I can't guarantee it's not worth waiting, because every time they make an MMO, waiting will get you more access, more content, more stuff, more tweaks, more polish, because an MMO is a living, breathing thing, and it's going to continually get worked on as it gets worked on. If you got some time over Christmas break and you want to spend it playing a video game, this is not a bad video game to play. Or you could just keep playing Skyrim and wait for this game to drop in price and become a little more posh, a little more awesome. But if you like the Knight of the Old Republic gameplay, this is more of it, and it's awesome. If you love the Star Wars universe, then this is quintessentially probably the best Star Wars game I've ever played, and potentially one of the best that they'll ever have. It for sure has the downsides of being an MMO, but it also has the upsides of being an MMO. So if you're not familiar with playing MMORPGs, get an idea what you're getting into before you go buy the game, because it is quite a life grind. And I've already put, I personally, in my 5 days of early game access, I've put probably about 25 hours into the game. So it's eating my soul. And now I'm going to go play it while this video uploads. Bye! I hope you enjoy my little 15-minute review of Star Wars.